The Order of Saint Augustine, also known as the Augustinians, is one of the most influential religious orders within the Catholic Church, characterized by its dedication to communal life, pastoral work, education, and missionary endeavors. Established formally in 1244 by Pope Innocent IV, the order's roots trace back to the teachings and monastic ideals of Saint Augustine of Hippo, a towering figure in early Christianity whose writings profoundly shaped Western theology and philosophy. The Augustinian order has played a pivotal role in the spiritual and cultural development of societies across centuries, leaving a lasting legacy through its religious mission and multifaceted influence. The Augustinian order's foundation was deeply inspired by the rule of Saint Augustine, a guide for monastic life that emphasized unity, charity, and the search for God. This rule was initially adopted by a group of hermits in Tuscany who sought a structured yet flexible spiritual framework that balanced contemplation with active service. Pope Innocent IV's papal bull, which officially consolidated these hermits into the Order of Saint Augustine, marked the beginning of a dynamic religious community dedicated to living out Augustine's vision of a harmonious Christian life. From its inception, the Augustinian order prioritized both individual spiritual growth and communal well-being. The rule of Saint Augustine encouraged members to share all possessions, live humbly, and maintain a spirit of mutual support. This communal lifestyle became a hallmark of the order, reflecting Augustine's belief that the Christian journey is best undertaken within a supportive and loving community. This ethos not only strengthened the order internally, but also made it a compelling force for fostering unity and reconciliation in the broader church. One of the most enduring contributions of the Augustinian order is its commitment to education and intellectual pursuits. Saint Augustine himself was a scholar, and his writings, including Confessions and The City of God, remain foundational texts in theology and philosophy. Inspired by their patron's intellectual legacy, the Augustinians established numerous schools, universities, and seminaries throughout Europe and beyond. In the Middle Ages, Augustinian scholars were instrumental in the preservation and dissemination of classical and Christian knowledge. They engaged deeply with the intellectual movements of the time, contributing to the flourishing of scholasticism and the integration of Aristotelian philosophy with Christian theology. Figures such as Giles of Rome, a prominent Augustinian theologian and philosopher, exemplified the order's intellectual vigor. His works on ethics, politics, and metaphysics influenced both academic and ecclesiastical thought. Beyond the academic elite, the Augustinians also focused on educating the general population. They established schools and promoted literacy, ensuring that ordinary people had access to religious teachings and moral guidance. This emphasis on education not only enriched individual lives, but also strengthened the social fabric, fostering a more informed and cohesive Christian community. The pastoral mission of the Augustinians has been another cornerstone of their influence. Grounded in the principles of love, humility, and service, the order's members have tirelessly worked to address the spiritual and material needs of the communities they serve. Augustinian friars have been particularly active in preaching, providing spiritual counsel, and administering sacraments, often in remote or underserved areas. During the Age of Exploration, the Augustinians expanded their mission to the farthest corners of the globe. They were among the first Catholic orders to engage in missionary work in the Americas, Asia, and Africa, spreading Christianity and establishing churches, schools, and hospitals. Notably, the Augustinian missionaries in the Philippines played a significant role in the country's religious and cultural transformation. They introduced Catholicism, built enduring institutions, and contributed to the development of local art, music, and literature, blending Christian and indigenous traditions in a unique cultural synthesis. The Augustinians' missionary efforts were not without challenges. They often faced language barriers, cultural differences, and resistance from local populations. Nevertheless, their commitment to dialogue and adaptation enabled them to establish meaningful connections and foster mutual understanding. By integrating local customs into their religious practices, the Augustinians demonstrated a respect for cultural diversity that enhanced their effectiveness as missionaries. In addition to their educational and pastoral work, the Augustinians have been deeply involved in social and charitable initiatives. Following the example of Saint Augustine, who emphasized the importance of caring for the poor and marginalized, the order has consistently prioritized social justice and humanitarian efforts. Augustinian communities have established orphanages, hospitals, and shelters, providing essential services to those in need. During times of crisis, such as plagues, wars, and natural disasters, the Augustinians have often been at the forefront of relief efforts. Their commitment to serving the vulnerable reflects their belief in the intrinsic dignity of every human being and their dedication to living out the gospel's call to love and compassion. This aspect of their mission has not only alleviated suffering, but also inspired others to engage in acts of charity and solidarity. The Augustinian order's influence extends beyond the realms of theology and social service into the cultural and artistic sphere. Throughout history, Augustinian monasteries and churches have served as centers of artistic creativity, commissioning works of architecture, painting, sculpture, and music that celebrate the beauty of faith. The order's emphasis on the unity of truth, goodness, and beauty has fostered a rich cultural heritage that continues to inspire people of all backgrounds. One of the most iconic examples of Augustinian artistic influence is the Basilica of Saint Augustine in Hippo, Algeria, which stands as a tribute to the order's spiritual roots. Additionally, the order has supported numerous artists and writers, encouraging them to explore themes of divine love, human longing, and the search for meaning. This cultural patronage has enriched the Church's artistic tradition and provided a profound means of communicating spiritual truths. Like any enduring institution, the Augustinian order has faced challenges over the centuries. Periods of political turmoil, secularization, and internal discord have tested the order's resilience. However, the Augustinians have consistently demonstrated an ability to adapt and renew their mission in response to changing circumstances. The Protestant Reformation, for example, posed a significant challenge to the Catholic Church and its religious orders. The Augustinians responded by reaffirming their commitment to education and pastoral care, playing an active role in the Counter-Reformation. They contributed to the Council of Trent's efforts to address doctrinal controversies and reform clerical practices, ensuring that the Church remained a credible and vibrant spiritual authority. In more recent times, the Augustinians have embraced modern challenges by engaging in interfaith dialogue, advocating for human rights, and addressing global issues such as poverty and environmental degradation. Their continued relevance reflects their ability to balance fidelity to tradition with openness to new ideas and approaches. The legacy of the Order of Saint Augustine is both profound and far-reaching. Its members have made invaluable contributions to theology, philosophy, education, art, and social service, shaping the spiritual and cultural landscape of countless societies. The order's emphasis on community, intellectual pursuit, and compassionate service continues to resonate in a world increasingly marked by individualism and division. Today, the Augustinians remain active in over 50 countries, embodying their mission through diverse ministries. They operate schools, parishes, and retreat centers, offering spiritual guidance and fostering a sense of belonging in an often fragmented world. Their commitment to education, social justice, and interfaith understanding positions them as vital contributors to the Church's mission of evangelization and reconciliation. In conclusion, the Order of Saint Augustine stands as a testament to the enduring power of faith, community, and service. Rooted in the wisdom of its patron saint, the order has navigated the complexities of history with a steadfast commitment to its core values. Whether through their intellectual achievements, missionary endeavors, or acts of charity, the Augustinians have consistently illuminated the path toward a more compassionate and harmonious world. Their story is not only a reflection of the past, but also an inspiration for the present and future, inviting all people to seek truth, live in love, and build a better world together.